Hi everyone, I'm Sam and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm building a house in The Sims as usual, but I will tell you my next video is not a speed build, which I'm very proud of, but I'm not going to tell you now, so you'll just have to wait until next week. But today the house that I'm building it's for Eliza and Bob Pancakes. They're a family who live in Willow Creek. You can find this build on my gallery page, which is SamuelTheSimmer, same as my YouTube. So this house, I do like how it ended up looking, but at the start I had I was really struggling with the color scheme, but I think I kind of ended on like a dark brown, not dark brown, like a dark wood. It was kind of white at the start. I will say that the rest of the house doesn't really match the kitchen, but I was trying to make the kitchen a little different from the rest of houses, because most houses, their kitchen is usually like you can't really decide what your kitchen looks like. Not if you're like gonna paint the counters and cabinets, but speaking of cabinets, I didn't put any in this kitchen. I usually do, but I put some open shelving in, which I think looks really nice. Also, there wasn't really any room for cabinets. Sorry, I just hesitated there. My mind went blank for a second. Also, I put a doormat at I did put a door mat at the back door there, and it doesn't look really great. I don't know why I put it there, but I do end up changing it in the end, I think. So we just finished the kitchen. I did went back and changed the color swatch on a few things, but you might have noticed back in there I was using a lot of clutter from the new clutter kit. It's actually not that new, but by the time I was building this house, it was my first time using the clutter kit, but I've been meaning to post it for a few weeks, but it kind of just slipped out of my mind, so I just remembered now. So I used lots of the new clutter kit, and I really like some of the items, especially kitchen items. It came with a lot of good kitchen items. Like they have mugs, like little tiny mugs. None of these items are really usable. There's a few functional items, but most of them are just decoration, and obviously that's not for everyone, because I think this pack is more for builders to kind of show more personality in their builds. But I guess some players, like people that play with gameplay a lot more, I guess it kind of appeals to them a bit because they can tell a story in their Sims houses. But yeah, I think I used every single item except for, it's kind of hard to explain, but it's like a little box with glasses in it, and there's like a paper or something. I didn't really like it that much. Also, I kind of forgot about it and didn't know where to fit it in. But I didn't use it, but I did use the separate glasses piece because there's glasses inside the little box, but we also have a separate glasses item that came in the kit that is part of, like, it's separate. It's not part of the box and the little paper. So here you can see I moved on to the living room, and at first it did not look good. I don't think it looks good at all right now, but I do end up changing a lot of things. The living room might have been the hardest part for me. It was pretty hard, but here I really like the color scheme now with the plaid blue chairs. I really like how that looks. Same with the couch. I like the couch and the rug. It just ties in really well together. Right here, that little corner, I kind of struggled what to put there. I think I ended up keeping a couch. I don't remember. I built this a long time ago, like 2 weeks ago. So yeah. On the coffee table, I really like what I did here. I added just a lot of clutter. I added the board game item, which is really cute. I really like it a lot. And a magazine and some glasses and a lamp. So yeah, back about the kit. I think I've mentioned this before, but I really like it. I really like the kit a lot. There's a lot of good items, and there's lots of items for every single room. Like here you can see I used a lot in the living room, but I also used a lot in the kitchen and a bit in the dining room. In the build, I also put a home gym, which I don't think I've ever done. I don't think I've ever done a home gym before in one of my builds, but you might have seen that there's a garage in this build. I don't usually put garages. Also, this one was a little tricky because I have the house on a foundation, so there's not like curved driveway, so I had to mess around with the terrain tools to make like a hill. And I'll tell you, that was not easy. I didn't put this part of the video though. I don't usually include me landscaping the house or even building the house. I just go straight to the decorating. So you didn't see me do it, but it took me like 10 minutes in real time to make the little slope driveway, and it's kind of hard to see the outside of the house when I'm like zooming around like this building the house. So a easier way is just by I guess looking at the thumbnail, because that's an easy way of seeing the outside of the house. You'll definitely see the driveway there, or downloading my house from the gallery, hint hint. So yeah. So here I'm doing the home gym. There's lots of good clutter for it. There's also oh my gosh, I'm really jumping around a lot. I need to think of one thing. Now I'm back about talking about the clutter. I need to really focus on one main thing. So yeah, there's quite a bit of clutter. There's a little basket with some weights. Then there's a little thing to put on a wall with a basketball and hat. So in the home gym, I put that little, it's like whoops. I just hit the microphone with my finger. Oops. But in here, it's kind of half home gym, half storage room. So there's a little shelf from Dine Out, which I really like a lot. It's kind of looks like a storage shelf. It's supposed to be like a pantry that they put in the back of restaurants, but I thought it always just looks like a storage shelf in anybody's regular home. So that's what I used it as. Also, in the kit, there's a lot of good like boxes and like things just full of stuff, which I really like, because it's just nice to have. Like, it's good to put in attics, or in this case garages. So here I'm back in the dining room. I jumped around a lot in this build because, as I said before, it took me forever to find out the color scheme. But in the dining room, I was trying to do an accent wall. I end up doing this wallpaper, which I really like. I didn't do the full room. I only did 2 walls, but yeah. And here, I thought it looked a little plain, so I added a bit more clutter by putting some magazines on a chair and a little magazine holder next to it. I really like that magazine holder from Parenthood. I love Parenthood. That pack is awesome. It has amazing things, especially for kids. One of my favorite things is the toy tub. It's a toy basket. It's awesome. It's awesome. It's really great. I really like it a lot. And it has the best kitchen counter, in my opinion, in that pack. I actually used it in this house. So here, this is kind of a weird room. So it's like a hallway off of the hallway to the back. It's kind of like a mud room, but on the second floor to the deck. So there's like a deck on the second floor, and there's like a kind of mudroom area. Because I didn't really know what to do with that space. And also, I didn't want the door to the deck in the hallway. I kind of wanted it to be kind of its own room. I wanted to attach it to someone's bedroom. Just how the layout was working, it just didn't work out great. So it ended up being its own room. Also, because I had a lot of mudroom items from the kit that I hadn't put down yet. So that was a great spot to put some of the clutter. And I really like that room a lot, even though it's kind of weird. Here I'm working on the main bathroom. I usually don't do much in my bathrooms. I just don't really care about it. But since I was using the clutter kit, there was a lot more good things, and I was trying to make this house really cluttered. Speaking of that, this house is really big for only 2 people. There's only 2 people that live in this house, and it's humongous. It's 3 bedrooms, a garage. It's big. Also, I put a shed in the backyard. I ended up getting rid of it just because I had so much extra space. I didn't know what to fill it with, because I also had a guest room and an art gallery, which I put in the other bedrooms. So here I'm working on Liza's room. I made a little jewelry and makeup station, which I really like. I've never put one of those in my builds, mostly because I don't really have we didn't really have any good makeup stuff for that type of thing until the kit came out. So I'm just adding some little clutter to her bedroom. I used a lot of clutter in her bedroom. Also, I really like the little tiny, the little lime green chair to kind of call out her main dress, because her main dress is lime green and it's very iconic. So here we're moving on to Bob's room. Now he's a slob in the game, so I tried to make his room look very messy and dirty. So this room might be the most cluttered. I just put stuff everywhere. I put boxes of random stuff. I also put this is also from Parenthood, another really good object. It's just stuff. It's you can see it now. It's just dirty shirts and a book laying on the ground. It's great for messy rooms, and your Sims can walk over it too, which is really great. Also, there's this Bob Pancake's action figure. It's kind of like a toy your Sim can play with. I don't really know what it is, but it's a toy thing, action figure of him. So of course I had to put it in his room. So I put it on his dresser. There's a ton of swatches on it. It's not only him. By the way, there's a ton of other swatches. I think he's the only townie on there, but there's aliens and other iconic things to The Sims. There's a freezer bunny. So now we're moving on to the outside. Also there, I put up a Bob Pancake's poster. Okay, so this is the shed I was talking about. I just deleted it because I didn't really. It was too much space. But here we're moving out to the outside. I'm furnishing up the patio. I didn't put much outside, mostly because they don't really need to use their backyard much. So all I put was I put a telescope in their backyard, so they can look up at the stars. Okay, so I'm now finishing up the build. I hope you enjoyed this. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I hope you have a great day.